what I try to do in this book is to lay out that the purpose of really these positions that I've taken is to explain why we have to change the way we spend money, why it's important to have more local government, why the family matters, why it's important to realize that the most important form of government is a mother and father raising kids.
And Governor Huckabee, one of the things that I hope you will help call people's attention to, I know you're a stalwart defender of traditional marriage. Nobody's stronger on that issue than you. But when people are so ready to abandon the fight to preserve traditional marriage, very often people don't talk about how much it would cost our broke governments at every level if all of a sudden we authorized gay marriage. It's going to cost a lot in Social Security, in taxes, and other matters as well, wouldn't it?
Well, it does. And Michael, one thing I try to do in the very first chapter of the book is to quantify the cost of broken families. For example, in this country, we have a $300 billion a year dad deficit. That's the amount of money that taxpayers pay because fathers have disappeared from raising their kids and allowed some other taxpayer to pick up the financial cost. When you start factoring in that so much of poverty, 2/3 of poverty, could be eliminated for children in this country if the mothers of those children were simply married to the fathers of those children. Now, I'm not suggesting that the government force people at gunpoint to remain in a marital relationship. I'm simply saying that when people make the argument that this whole family thing doesn't matter, we need to focus on the economy, you can't focus on the economy if you don't focus on the stability of families where mothers and fathers raise their own kids.
Governor, I know you're out on book tour right now. You probably didn't have a chance to watch the Academy Awards last night.
I'm very happy to say that I missed it, because usually it's about the most boring waste of several hours that I've ever experienced.
Well, this was a low audience. However, there was one moment where a very brilliant and admirable actress named Natalie Portman won Best Actress, and she won for a movie which I loathed called Black Swan. But in any event, she got up. She was very visibly pregnant. And it's a problem because she's about 7 months pregnant. It's her first pregnancy. And she and the baby's father aren't married. And before 2 billion people, Natalie Portman says, I want to thank my love, and he's given me the most wonderful gift.
My beautiful love, Benjamin Millepied, who choreographed the film and has now given me my most important role of my life.
You didn't give her the most wonderful gift, which would be a wedding ring. And it just seems to me that sending that kind of message is problematic.
You know, Michael, one of the things that's troubling is that people see a Natalie Portman or some other Hollywood starlet who boast of, hey, look, we're having children. We're not married, but we're having these children and they're doing just fine. But there aren't really a lot of single moms out there who are making millions of dollars every year for being in a movie. And I think it gives a distorted image that, yes, not everybody hires nannies and caretakers and nurses. Most single moms are very poor, uneducated, can't get a job, and if it weren't for government assistance, their kids would be starving to death and never have health care. And that's the story that we're not seeing, and it's unfortunate that we glorify and glamorize the idea of out-of-children wedlock. Right now, 75% of black kids in this country are born out of wedlock. 61% of Hispanic kids. Across the board, 41% of all live births in America are out-of-wedlock births. And the cost of that, it's simply staggering.
It's tremendously staggering.